Hey guys, and how about we watch Mega Man Battle Royale? I guess that's a weird title. Regardless, I don't have much to say. Mega Man is, like, the base Mega Man, in my opinion, doesn't really have a chance. I can just get that out of the way. I know he doesn't have a chance because X, Mega Man.EXE, is explicitly an upgraded version of Mega Man. There's no way X would lose and normal Mega Man would win, right? Unless they are strictly considering them separately, but even then, Mega Man scales to 0, right? Ultimately, I'm thinking either X or Star Force Mega Man will be the winner here. I don't really have much to say about Star Force Mega Man, but I don't know, he just strikes me as the one to be more powerful than expected, if that makes any sense. But ultimately, it's up to these guys, and I might get it right, I might get it wrong, I don't know. But either way, let's start our show.
We've got access to all sorts of personalized data, and 23andMe can help you learn about yourself with the most trustworthy source around, your own DNA.
With more than 125 genetic reports, 23andMe can give you insight about your health, physical traits, and more.
Feel like you can never quite get enough sleep? You might not be imagining things. It could be your genes.
Buy your own health and ancestry service kit today at 23andme.com/deathbattle.
I'm gonna pass personally, but I mean, it is pretty cool. Oh, also, I never explicitly addressed it, but someone did explain to me the 23 part. Thank you.
Mega Man may be an icon by himself, but others have carried on his legacy, creating real
so
immortality.
many.
Immortality? Not on this show. Time to find out which Mega Man is the most mega of the men.
While there are many versions of the character to choose from, not that one, this battle will feature the 5 most prominent. The classic era Mega Man,
Mega Man.EXE,
Volnutt from the Legends series,
Battle Network's MegaMan.EXE,
and the alien Star Force Mega Man.
He's Wiz and I'm
Star Force
Boomstick.
Mega Man is
And
actually
it's our
like
job to
2
analyze their
entities
weapons,
fused
armor, and
together,
skills
right?
to find out who would win a death battle. In the year 20XX, the brilliant Dr. Light would change history forever, developing machines with AI so advanced it mimicked actual life. His goal was a world where robots and humankind could live together in trust and harmony.
Oh, that's
All you
never
want
gonna
you to
happen.
Remember that, because right off the bat, Light's partner Dr. Wily reprogrammed the bots and tried to take over the world. Just the first in a lifetime of dick moves.
To combat this threat, Light upgraded one of his prototypes, Rock, into the original, the classic, Mega Man.
Classic, huh? What's next? Diet Mega Man? Cherry Vanilla Mega Man? Mega Man Zero?
So one of those, technically yes, but that's much later.
Mega Man
is
Zero,
armored
yeah.
with ultra-strong Ceratanium, and comes equipped with the Mega Buster, a literal hand cannon for each arm.
While its normal lemon energy bloops aren't too deadly, he can charge them up to tear through Robot Master ass like nothing. Meant to do that. There was a fly, and I got him.
Mega Man's most notable tool is his variable weapon system.
I think
which
they're getting
allows
better
him
at
to copy
animating
the
those
data of
two.
fallen enemies to gain their weapons as his own.
So now he can cut you down with the metal blade, light you up with the napalm bomb, and burn you alive with atomic fire, which is twice as hot as the surface of the sun. He's
Yeah.
basically got a tool for every occasion.
Sure, he can shield himself with the Skull Barrier, reflect projectiles with the Mirror Buster, bypass armor with the Centaur Flash, stop time with the Time Stopper, and create localized
guess-
singularities with the Black Hole Bomb.
In case this little blue buddy needs a boost.
Black
he
hole
can
isn't a
activate
real
his
singularity, you
double gear
already
system,
went over
which is
that.
Basically Roboroids.
But,
They jack up his power, his
I
speed, or both
guess
at
the time
same
stop is pretty
And with
good.
his robotic canine companion Rush, Mega Man can access his Super Adapter form, which grants him flight, a boost in power, and rocket-propelled punches.
Mega Man is strong enough to lift a 60,000-ton tower. He's tough enough to survive the gravity of Jupiter, the heat of the sun, and absolute zero. Plus, he's fast enough to keep up with Quickman, who can dodge lightning and can get close to the speed of light.
Mega Man has battled over 100 Robot Masters and other robotic foes, including Sunstar, who was powerful
I'm
enough to
skeptical about the
self-destruct to destroy
speed of
the
light,
Wily
but eh.
Star, basically a small Death Star. With its size in mind, this would need energy equivalent to over 7 trillion megatons of TNT.
Too bad all that power runs on limited ammo, though.
Mega Man would carry the banner of peace across the world, fighting Wily's tyranny and spreading Dr. Light's dream of human-robot coexistence. And everyone lived happily ever after. Until they didn't.
He's the greatest creation of my career, and I will call him Mega Man.
Mega Man. I like it.
Are we getting into X
Flash
now?
forward 100 years when the archaeologist Dr. Kane happened upon a sleeping blue android hidden deep within a ruined laboratory. Unlike the previous model, this android possessed free will indistinguishable from a human's. This wasn't Mega Man. This was Mega Man.EXE.
This guy was built by the late.
Wait, so Mega Man doesn't have free will?
The original Mega Man.
It's kinda weird.
In every way.
Aware of the danger that such a powerful android could be, Light locked him away in a capsule that ran tests on his morality for 30 years.
And what better way to match decades of good boy training than waking up to worldwide war?
Dr. Kane began mass replication of X, but his process was imperfect. Many of these Reploid robots went maverick and embroiled the world in centuries-long warfare.
Despite being a pacifist, X felt obliged to step in and help. His go-to is his X-Buster, which can fire off single shots of condensed solar energy, or charge up several times over for even more power.
He also carries his partner Zero's Z-Saber, a beam
Oh, he
sword that
does?
can reflect projectiles and cut through nearly everything.
Well,
But he wouldn't
that's
be a
useful.
true Mega Man without the ability to scan and copy other robots' weaponry.
He has copied countless elemental weapons that control fire, lightning, wind, water, and ice, as well as bombs, missiles, mines, drones, lasers, and force fields.
He can shoot out black holes, turn invincible.
Listen,
for
none
a
of-
short time,
none of these are
and
actual
prove a
black
clone
holes.
of
Can we
himself,
all agree?
Which I really wish I could do.
He can stop time and even resist similar effects when other robots try their own time stoppers.
Okay, so
But when he
immediately,
gets
yes,
serious, he
X
breaks out his
absolutely
ultimate
curb
armor
stomps
and
normal
doubles his
Mega Man.
durability, gives him unlimited ammo.
He's
allows him
immune to
fly
time
attack with the
stops.
Nova Strike move,
How do you
and
even
teaches
do
him
that?
Some super-powered moves like the Hadouken and Shoryuken. Yeah,
Why?
Turns out Dr. Light was a fan of Street Fighter.
But possibly his greatest ability is what the X in his name refers to. The X factor that is his limitless evolutionary potential.
Which is your typical anime bullshit. Powered by love or friendship or puppies or whatever, X has completely regenerated from near death and even reformed his whole body in only a few seconds from just his metal core.
With all his immense power, X has defeated dozens of Mavericks, including the General. The General once tanked a planet-destroying laser, the energy of which would require 57 quadrillion megatons of TNT.
Okay, listen.
He can move
Oh,
fast
hey,
enough
they
to dodge
literally
optic
even say it
sunflower
scales to
light speed
0.
lasers and survive
But-
channeling enough energy
but
through his body
really-
to annihilate all of Japan.
After years of fighting,
Mega Man
he managed to
X is
destroy his
absolutely
arch-enemy,
broken.
the Sigma virus, with his most powerful weapon yet.
He's a time
the
stop, he's
Mother
immune
Elf,
to time
aka
stops.
the latest
Ah.
thing to join our Hall of Fame of terrible, terrible names for awesome stuff.
The Mother Elf is like a living antivirus software that can heal X's wounds, increase his power, and completely rewrite a Reploid's code, giving him complete control over cybernetic beings.
What?
That's how he defeated the Sigma virus, by erasing it from every Reploid in the world all at once.
And the day
Wait, did
was
he
finally
actually
saved.
do that?
Well, it
Are they
took another
actually
episode
giving
and
him
the
that?
biggest war ever broke out
How
all
is
over again,
anyone
but
going to
for
fight
the
Mega Man X if he
peacekeeper,
has
X sure spent a lot
the
of time
Mother Elf?
kicking ass.
Sorry, yeah.
As long as there's hope, we can change the future.
I don't
Thousands
s-
of years later, the world was consumed by a great flood.
Why are there
Humanity
so
was
many
all but
time
extinct.
skips?
The world got so shitty, the man in the sky himself had to step in and flush that thing.
All that remained on the planet was a race of artificial life forms known as carbons. But some of humanity survived in the orbital space station, the Elysium. This station housed the Master System, a computer program designed to control the carbons' population on Earth. But over time, all the humans on board died. Except for one, the Master, and his assistant, a carbon known as Mega Man Trigger.
Since the Carbons were basically the only humanoid life forms left
Huh.
in this super sad world, this last human figured they deserved free reign of the planet. So he told Trigger to destroy the Master System. Though I'm pretty sure Nintendo already did that.
Oh, come on.
Despite being a purifier unit designed to protect the Master System, Trigger obeyed.
But thanks to this
Wait, so
chick Sarah, he got
is
his
this
robo
is
button
Volnutt,
hard,
right?
lost all
Yeah, this
his
is
memories,
Volnutt.
and got turned into a baby.
Sealed away for years, he was eventually discovered by carbon diggers who named him Volnutt. And thus began his journey to stop the Master System, battle pirates, and trigger his lost memories. See what I did there?
Wiz, gotta talk about something you said there. Why did they name him Volnutt? What a dumb name! The only thing dumber than that name was that stupid pun that you made. Well, to save the day, Volnutt has, surprise, surprise, the Mega Buster, and he can switch out his right arm for a bunch of special weapons like a machine gun.
I am probably really uninformed here. I didn't think Tronbon was from the same series. Doesn't she have her own game? Was that a spin-off? I don't even know.
A shining laser. It's a laser that shines. Like, a lot. It's good.
He wears armor which lets him hover for extra speed, and also shields that can make him briefly invulnerable and invincible.
That's it? No stopping time or farting black holes out of his butt? I guess it's not that bad.
Well, most of these weapons pull from the same energy source rather than separate pools, and they each need to be swapped out manually.
Yep, starting to think we found Diet Mega Man.
Don't underestimate him. Volnutt is a charming hero with a lot of power. He can lift 9.5-ton stone blocks.
Yeah, like,
move
what's
fast enough
Tronbon
to
doing
evade
there?
meteors, which re-enter Earth's atmosphere at Mach 33, and even tank them head-on. That's a kinetic energy equivalent to 38 tons of TNT.
Listen, he's not going to win. Just get out of here, Volnutt. We don't need you. We don't need you anymore.
For Mega Man Volnutt.
Don't worry, Yuna.
Why?
I know Ro. She'll come looking for us, no matter what happens.
Whoa. Don't try and pull that happily ever after crap. Humanity went extinct, the planet is flooded, and the last Mega Man is stuck in space forever because Legends 3 is never gonna happen. That peaceful future Dr. Light fought so hard for turned out to be total bullshit, and if you think about it, it's all his fault. Love and peace are lies, God is dead, and we're all totally...
Maybe in this timeline, but luckily, there is another.
Okay, Tronbon is clearly just a Mega Man character, and I never knew
Let's go all
it.
the way back to the year 20XX. Imagine, instead of revolutionizing science with robotics, Thomas Light focused on computer sciences.
Oh,
and
so this is an
created a world
alternate
dominated
reality.
by the internet and digital AI. Oh, and his name was also Tadashi Hikari.
Oh, great. The AI Overlord timeline. Hey, Siri, please don't kill everyone and take over the world.
I didn't catch that boomstick.
Oh, God, it's already happening!
The internet infrastructure Hikari worked on was so complex, it became its own separate universe known as the Cyber World. This unpredictable digital universe was managed by sentient computer programs called NetNavis.
Reminds me of those digital Pokemon. What are those called again?
Hikari had a grandson named Lan. Yes, that's really his name. And Lan had one of the best NetNavis around, MegaMan.EXE. Together, they became the most successful virus-busting duo in both the real and cyber worlds, and saved both countless times.
EXE can shoot foes down with his regular or charge shots with his, yes, you guessed it, Mega Buster. He can fly with his Mega Booster and cook the shit out of a Thanksgiving Day turkey with his Mega Baster. Okay,
No, he does not have that.
His true strength, however, lies in Lan's enormous collection of battle chips, which contain a variety of different weapons and tools for EXE to use. He has over 1,500 of these.
You know the drill by
Dang.
now. He's got cannons, shotguns, spread guns, mini bombs,
No,
bombs,
can he
time
stop
bombs,
time?
shockwaves, earthquakes, meteors, swords, kunai, boomerangs, and an incredibly deadly yo-yo.
That doesn't even scratch the surface. He can create black holes, move
Yep,
objects with telekinesis,
and that one actually
turn
looked like a
intangible
black
invisible,
hole.
dispel force fields, resist having his data assimilated, uninstall customized programs and weapons data in enemies, and use Gigafreeze to put programs and even the whole internet in stasis.
That why my internet went down last night? I might have to break out boomstick.exe and kick his ass. How do I alt F4 this little bastard?
Good luck getting past EXE's defenses. His dark aura is a barrier so tough, it could survive the end of the entire cyber world. And since EXE is a digital program, not an organic being, he survived being impaled, losing limbs, and even being blown to bits before pulling himself back together.
Wait a minute, if he's just a program...
So
like you
actually,
said, can he even fight in
he
the
sounds
real
like he
world
might be a good
other
match
super
for
fighting
X.
robots?
he's done so before, he can enter the real world through special dimensional areas, or through sheer power output alone. He can even merge body and mind with land using full synchronization.
Now that's
Technique
just
only
silly.
possible if both beings have a strong mental bond.
Fusion ha! Well, turns out EXE and Lan are super close because, plot twist, EXE is Lan's stillborn dead baby brother turned into a computer program.
We don't need
Wow.
this.
Yeah, well, when they bond perfectly, they enter hub form, a state powerful enough to defeat Nebula Gray and the Dark Galaxy universe with just a wave of his hand.
EXE is tough enough
Dang.
to survive a planet-sized Psybeast exploding. That's a blast worth over 14 septillion megatons of TNT.
He's quick enough to search practically the entire
So
cyber
really,
world in less
EXE
than
has a
minute,
very
and
good
powerful
chance.
enough to absorb and recreate the same
If I
cyber
heard
world
right, he
in a
can take
single
abilities
move.
from other
And after all of that,
robots.
Lan retired from virus busting to become a scientist. whose
All he would have to
research
do is
play a
take
part
away
in the
Mega
next
Man.EXE's
generation of Mega Man.
Yeah, all you would have to
Pretty
do is
impressive
take
for a guy
away
who spends all his time
X's
jacking
time
off.
stop.
I'm sorry,
Nope.
Wiz, we had to work that in.
I understand.
Oh, nice. Bad dubbing. My favorite.
200 years later, the world had yet again progressed.
Well, why
This time
are
with
there-
the advent and proliferation of electromagnetic, or EM, wave technology, which is a fancy way of saying they switched their main resource from internet cyberspace to basic radio waves.
Well, at least radio waves will never try to take over the world and commit genocide.
Oh, you say that now. This is Geo Stellar, the son of astronaut Kelvin Stellar. Oh, okay, first Lan, now Kelvin. These names are killing me. But anyway, Kelvin got lost in space after being attacked and captured by a race of aliens made of electromagnetic waves known as FMians. Like FM radio aliens.
Oh no.
FMians.
Luckily,
That's actually how it's
he made
spelled.
friends with an EM alien kitty thing named Omega-Xis, who tried to help him escape by zapping him into radio waves. It wasn't the best idea ever, but eventually Omega and Geo met up and merged together to become Star Force Mega Man.
And with this transformation, Geo acquired and amplified all of Omega's EM powers. Namely, as a being composed of EM waves, he's effectively invisible and intangible.
We passed right through.
We're EM waves, remember?
Though the latter usually requires conscious thought to activate. He can also fly, teleport, survive in space, turn living beings into EM waves, and manipulate
sorry?
data itself to control other machines from the inside out.
Okay, so
Mega Man used to just be a cute
So,
little robot.
Mega
Now he's a
Man
radio
and
alien
Volnutt
fusion
have
thing.
no
Well,
chance
at
here.
least he still
But
has
these
the
other
Mega
guys
Buster,
have
which
really,
does exactly what it did the last 4 times.
really
Moving
powerful
on.
abilities.
Actually, this Mega
I'm curious to
Buster
see
is
their
a bit
reasoning here
different.
because they have a
Not
lot of
only
stuff
does it
to work
charge
through.
automatically when not in use, it can be modified with different wizard equips, no relation, to change its power, speed, and status effects.
It would have been a lot better if it had boomstick equips.
Well, I'm sure there's something boomstick related in Geo's nearly 600 battle cards, which provides Star Force Mega Man with numerous special weapons.
He's got guns, swords, hammers, axes, scythes, bombs, missiles, lasers, meteors, shockwaves, a crap ton of elemental attacks, and when all else fails, he
So
can
the
just
last
use
three
his
are gonna
bare
be
hands.
X,
He can paralyze
EXE,
foes,
and
drain their health, summon
Star
black
Force.
holes, turn invincible, heal wounds, create force fields, summon other EM beings for special attacks, and control noise.
Control noise? So like, when my neighbor plays music really loud, he could just turn it off with his mind?
No, but I thought you lived in a trailer in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, man. Animals are getting smarter.
Right. Noise is excess energy created by EM beings, kind of like static. When utilized properly, it can cause machinery malfunction similar to an EMP, drive EM beings insane, and, if he absorbs enough of it, allow Geo and Omega to change into even more powerful forms.
His greatest form is Red Joker, which
Oh.
can fire the red guy
Oh,
animation,
boy.
a huge laser that'll reduce your body to EM particles and shoot them across the atmosphere.
See,
While
that's
you're
the
still
thing.
conscious.
I think
Talk about
it's,
one hell
at
of
this
a way to
point, I
go.
think it's
With all
between
these powers and
Star
more,
Force and
Geo and Omega
DXE,
have the
which
resume to match.
ironically
They
are in the same
defeated dozens of
timeline, I
enemies,
guess.
Including Sirius,
Ha! We got her!
who was powerful enough to move a black hole hundreds of millions of miles in a single day. The black hole in question was Sagittarius A, which has a mass 4 million times greater than the Sun.
Oh,
Factoring
boy.
in its mass and the speed it traveled, we can get a kinetic energy of 4.6 decillion megatons of TNT. enough to obliterate a solar system.
Then Star Force survived inside of that black hole like it was nothing. And since he's made of radio waves, he's as fast as light.
Though some other EM beings were able to fly from the center of the Milky Way galaxy to Earth in only 3 days. That's over 3 million times the speed of light.
Star Force
Okay, I'm really thinking Star Force has the...
lost, but he was just holding back to make sure he didn't Marty McFly the future away.
But of all his accomplishments, his greatest feat was one that no other Mega Man up until that point had achieved. This world, and this timeline, actually turned out pretty great. All thanks to Star Force Mega Man.
I'm really thinking he's gonna win. I don't know. He seems the most impressive out of all of them. He survived inside
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all
massive black hole, supermassive
First,
black
I
hole.
need a mega meal from Blue Apron.
By now, you've probably heard of Blue Apron.
Oh yeah,
The
I
leading meal
have.
kit
I've
delivery
heard of it
service in
so
the US.
much.
Choose your meals each week.
Aw,
get the
thanks,
ingredients
guys.
delivered to your doorstep and whip up a meal using the easy-to-follow directions provided. It's so simple, even Wiz can do it.
It's difficult to admit, but I never was much of a chef. Before I started using Blue Apron, even Boomstick could cook up a roasted chicken better than me.
Actually, Wiz, that's literally all I knew how to make. And cereal. But I know a lot more recipes now thanks to Blue Apron.
Many of which can be made in as little as 20 minutes, with time-saving tips and videos to help beginners and experts alike.
My favorite part is feeling like a master chef, making creative and delicious meals with my own hands. You guys really need to try it out.
It's pretty nice coming home knowing I'll have a delicious meal I can whip up with ease.
Check out this week's menu and get $60 off at blueapron.com/battle. That's blueapron.com/battle.
Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
But right now, it's time for a death battle!
Okay. Now it's time to see this. All the little tiny pellets. And these two. Mega Man is not winning this fight. Yeah. Is he gonna get double teamed? Yeah, you're gonna be the first down. Oh, no, he just ran away. Oh, they all shot their black holes at once, now that... Immune to time stop! And there goes Volnutt. Oh wait, hold on, no, some of them can survive inside black holes. Are we saying all of them can? Oh boy. Oh no, the black hole just exploded. Yep, we're down to the last 3. Oh, there we go. Now it's Star Force versus EXE. Did EXE win? I don't think so. Oh, he did. He did.
Whoa! I was sure X or Star Force had this one in the bag.
Surprisingly, this battle's victor was fairly clear-cut. While the original 3
Yeah.
Mega Men had many impressive feats, they were all outclassed by EXE and Star Force's cosmic-level feats.
And poor Volnutt couldn't keep up with any of them. Even Classic had a leg up with his huge variety of weapons, but his limited ammunition meant he would never last too long. Plus, X was designed to surpass him in every way.
X's
Yeah.
Mother Elf may have rewritten the code of the Reploids in his time, but both EXE and Star Force were much more powerful data beings who have resisted similar rewriting before. In
Yeah.
particular, Star Force's noise manipulation gave him a huge advantage over the Mother Elf, which we know to be fairly vulnerable to corruption.
But I know what you're thinking. Star
I'm just
Force is
curious
200
why-
years ahead of EXE. Shouldn't his tech be way better? He even held back in their cannon fight. That's clarify, a cannon and story, not they were both using their cannons.
True, but so did EXE. Neither were fighting at their full potential, as made evident by their other feats. At best, Star Force may move 3 million times the speed of light, but EXE was fast enough to search the whole cyberworld universe in a brief period of time, and powerful enough to later destroy it in its entirety.
And the cyber world isn't just a
Okay, fair
hard
enough, fair
drive.
enough.
It's a universe with stars and galaxies and the whole shebang.
To clock EXE's speed, we first need to find
It's
the
just
volume
weird
of
to
EXE's
consider
field
the
of view
digital
compared to the volume of
world
the observable
as an
universe.
equivalent
With
to
that, we can
the
determine
normal
number of
universe.
passes EXE made across its diameter in order to search everywhere. While the manga doesn't give an exact time frame, the situation EXE is in is dire. His ally, Base.exe, is on death's door. So Mega Man's solution is to zoom around the universe as fast as possible until he happens upon some tool or weapon that can help.
That doesn't sound like it should work. But it does, and he couldn't have been gone for more than a minute or base would have been done for.
So with that in mind, EXE must have been traveling over 3 novemdecillion times the speed of light.
I don't think that's a
60
number.
zeros long.
Wiz, I'm pretty sure we just set a new record for highest number ever on this show.
You know,
Yes.
I think so. And it also goes without saying that while Star Force's solar system level black hole feat was impressive, EXE destroying an entire universe is far superior.
Oh, yes,
200
absolutely.
quintillion
It's
times
just
more,
that,
if you're curious.
for me,
Don't forget that EXE's
Digital
arsenal of
is a bit
battleships
weird,
is
but-
much larger than Geo's collection of battle cards. Also, EXE could have just used chips like uninstall, interrupt, and capture to disable all the other Mega Man's weapons and programs whenever he wanted.
Well,
Yeah.
except for Volnutt, ironically, because his weapons were manual rather than programmed.
You got it, buddy.
All of Mega Man are good at what they do, but at the end of the day, EXE had the speed, power, and the tools needed to be the best super fighting robot.
This battle totally
Volnutt.
rocked, man.
The winner is MegaMan.EXE.
Interesting.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode. If you want the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the link below.
Or you can check out
That was very good.
Video by clicking right over there.
I just really didn't consider the... Oh, no. Oh. Black Widow versus Widowmaker? Now, that's just the strangest thing. No offense. Who would really come up with that? Like actually, who would come up with that? I'm gonna say Black Widow. Not too much hesitation there. I mean, the most impressive thing about Widowmaker is that she is a ridiculously good sharpshooter and she has X-ray vision. I can't say anything else. She can see Black Widow through walls, but Black Widow can keep up with the Avengers a lot of the time, and that's a lot more impressive. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I really don't think there's too much Widowmaker can do, and she's not as good of a fighter. No matter what you want to think, she's not. Although don't get me wrong, I do understand the similarities. They're both like spiders, and they were both sort of brainwashed into their whole business. But I don't know, it's just a weird concept. to me. I would never expect to see Widowmaker fight Black Widow. Now, that's not to say that I would ask for something like Sniper. Keep in mind, he doesn't have anything. Like, no offense to Sniper here, but he really doesn't have anything to compete with literally seeing through walls. I think Sniper versus Widowmaker is one of the Overwatch vs. TF2 fights that I would absolutely immediately side with Overwatch. Regardless, that is so besides the point. This fight, I'm not incredibly excited, but it ought to be fun, and I'm pretty sure I heard that it was a 3D fight, so I look forward to it. It ought to be an experience at least. Again, this battle was very well animated for the most part. The only thing I get why they do it, but I feel like they should do a little bit of a better job at the endings. It needs to feel more like an ending. Take Aquaman vs. Namor, for example. That was really climactic. It had finality to it, but in this case, after Star Force got hit by the super beam, I forget what it's called, I'm sorry. After he got hit by that beam, .EXE, he just sort of started looking around, and it made me think that Star Force was coming back. My fault, but still, it's not too bad to come up with finality. I don't think it's too much to ask for, but at the same time, I will stress the animation was good, and the direction on it was very good. Having all of them get sucked into the black hole was really clever, because then we could see, well, these people are the ones who can survive a black hole. Anyway, that's all for me today, but I'm gonna be releasing a video talking about why I think Death Battle is fun very soon. Subscribe if you want to see that in the future. It's an opinion piece, keep that in mind, but regardless, I will see all of you in the next video. Little do they know that any given day I will get to the correct drive and click that damn button soon enough.